If you're new here, we're Chris, Charlene and our little dog Holly. 4 years ago, we packed all of our belongings, left our home in Malta, and since then have been living and travelling in our van all over Europe and beyond. Last month, we crossed over to Greece, and so far we've witnessed beautiful landscapes, enjoyed amazing food, and also met so many friendly locals.
Καλησπέρα Ελλάδα. Welcome to Platanos.
In today's video, we continue our journey south from the island of Lefkada, with plenty of surprises along the way. We're a bit too big to be going down this road, I think. It's a shame you find areas with a lot of rubbish like this.
Staring at me, like he was staring at our van.
We are still on the island of Lefkada. We are at most likely the most beautiful campsite on the whole island. It's called Camping Santa Maura, and we're right beside this beach called Desimi Beach. Our park up is in the trees, so although it's a hot day today, we are in the shade. Apart from this beautiful beach, they've also got a swimming pool here, which is not that common for a campsite. So today is day 3 at the campsite, and sadly it's time to leave. Now, we normally stay at a campsite just for one night most of the time, so it's been really nice just to enjoy the beach, enjoy the pool, and enjoy this beautiful nature here underneath the trees. I think the last time we stayed at a campsite for 3 or 4 days was back in Sweden, so that's nearly a year ago. So we are out from the campsite. We have driven just a couple of kilometers to this small town along the beach called Nidri. We stopped here mainly to go and get some things done in town. We also tried the best gyros in town, shout out Statis, here in Nidri. And this place is absolutely magical. It just looks so beautiful here. We've got this amazing bay full of yachts and boats, and there's the mountains in the distance. It's just a beautiful spot, really. The swimming options aren't really so good because it's not so inviting to go in, but what this place really does have is loads of restaurants and hotels along the beach. There's also a lot of British people here as well, surprisingly. Obviously Greece is a popular tourist destination, but I think this is the most place that we've been where there's been like British tourists as a majority. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, you tell me. Plan for today really is just to head along the coast here in Lefkada. I'm not sure if we're going to stay on the island or not, we'll just see how it goes. But Nidri, unexpected stop off here, what a beautiful place. Shout out the hairdresser as well, who got me sorted. We've driven out of Lefkada. We passed through the main city, which has the same name, and we stopped to buy some food. Charlene stopped to buy some stuff for herself. We went to the pharmacy. We've basically stocked up on everything we need, and we've now arrived at this pretty remote spot. It's on the outside of Lefkada Island. The reason we've come here is because there's this special bird that only lives in this area. It's called the Papadopoulos. I'm gonna try and spot this bird which normally comes in the next 2 hours. No, that's not true. There's no reason why we came here. We just picked a spot on the map and we're here. This is our life. Did I hit you on the head? Yeah. What are you doing behind the door? What do you think about this bridge? Still works, no?
Let me go first, see ya.
You're gonna fall in.
No, it's okay. Come on. Oh my god! You have to stay in the middle.
This bridge is so sketchy, and the worst thing is that we have to go back afterwards. What a sketchy bridge, but beautiful landscape. That's where we're parked up, right over there. I do not agree with that sign. Look what it says.
I love wooden bridge. Woo! Oh wow, look at this place. Look at this!
So we found an abandoned beach bar. Feels like we're on an island, and the only access to it is that wonky bridge that we crossed over. We're currently on the stretch of land which is just as you enter the island of Lefkada. So I think now we're actually outside of Lefkada. What are you trying to tell us, Holly?
You want to go on the swing as well? Yes! Woo!
I love wooden bridge. So that's it, people. Today we have showed you the I Love Wooden Bridge area of Greece.
Woohoo! Done and dusted.
It's the same pretty much in all the countries here, Italy, Greece, Turkey. You find areas with a lot of rubbish like this. And it's a real shame because there's also a bin over here. And I've never seen a country that's got as many bins as Greece. Literally, when you're driving through, if you've ever been here, you realise this as well. There's literally a bin every 100 metres. Whether you're driving through the towns, cities, or even in some remote areas. Obviously in the remote areas you don't really see many. But this is the most country that we've been to that we've seen bins. And it's so easy really, because they don't even do like the recycling and stuff and glass on its own like they do in some of the other European countries. So it's literally, you've got a bin, just put the rubbish in there, and some people still seem to throw it outside for some reason. I can never understand that. But for when you're traveling in your van, it makes it so much simpler. I remember when we were in the Dolomites, one day we wanted to throw something away, we just couldn't find a bin anywhere. We had to hold on to it for about a week until we found the proper bin where we could dispose of it, which is like the other extreme. So fun fact, Greece has the most bins that we've ever seen before.
I don't know if it's because of the bins, but Greece, it's much more cleaner than Italy and some parts of Turkey as well. Because as we are walking, we're not seeing a lot of rubbish. We just saw a chunk of rubbish in one bit where there was the skip. But apart from that, I think Greek people are very clean.
This is actually a perfect meal. We've got some lean beef, cheese, it's just so tasty. Now don't get me wrong, the gyros that we had yesterday was very tasty, but when we're eating it, it's like afterwards you feel your heart burn. It's very tasty, but a lot of fat, there's the chips in it and everything. So this is a bit more healthy. And the view that we've got is so impressive. Now that the sun is kind of setting, we can see just layers on layers of mountains that didn't show before. Look at this cutie. So apart from being utterly impressed with this place where we are parked up, we've also just been discussing how impressed we are with Holly. She's 10 years old, she's going to be 11 in a couple of months time, and she's still so energetic. And in order for her to calm down and just chill, Charlene has to lift her up. When she's on her lap, she's just like a little baby and just sticks around there and doesn't budge. But yeah, what a fantastic spot, and really unique. There's also some houses over there in the middle of the lake, it seems. One of them is on this bit here, on the sandy bit, and the other one is just on its own in the middle. I have no idea how they get access to it. But more than that, even the houses here along the sea bank, it hasn't rained here in the last few days. I wouldn't want to be living here in heavy rainfall, because this place, I imagine, is all flooded. It's already covered with water, as you can see, and when you're looking at the shots from the air with the drone, you get a better perspective of where you really are.
This is the liquor that we bought from that lady. It's a hazelnut liquor. It's so tasty, and this is what we have left. Just 2 shots, I think there is in here.
Perfect, one for me and one for you.
So Chris and Holly are still asleep. I woke up without an alarm, to be honest, and it was around 6 a.m. and it was still dark. It was getting brighter and brighter, and as soon as I looked out the window, I see this big bird staring at me. Like, he was staring at our van. Believe it or not, he was staring right at me as soon as I opened the window. I'm like, whoa, what am I missing right here, you know? As I reached for the camera, this bird decided to fly away. And at that moment I felt so sad, so I decided to go outside with my pajamas, and I went for a walk just to see if there are many more birds there. And yeah, Actually, I saw a flock of white birds. There were about 6 or 7. I think you call them egret, if I'm not mistaken. I know I should be ashamed, right? I've been living in this van for 4 years now, and I'm a bird lover. And I don't know the name of the birds. It was really nice, calmful, and so peaceful, you know? And then, all of a sudden, I see again this big bird. And it was just over there, right in front of our van. I managed to film him. He was, I think, a bit hungry, and he was looking for a fish, and he was catching fish actually, and I got some great shots of him. I think you're seeing them right now. And this one is called heron. I don't know which one was it, if it was the gray one or the purple one. By now you should know, but it was really nice to see it, and the reflection of the water was perfect. I'm telling you, like, the weather permitted this as well, because we have clear blue sky, and the water, the reflection is out of this world. Like, it's like you're looking into a mirror. Bird watching is something really cool for me. I do it because I really love it, and for some people might not be, but for me it's really great pleasure just to sit here and see all of the birds flying. Anyway, it's time for me to get in the van and yeah, squeeze some oranges. And I need to show you something, guys. In the van we have a big problem. Let me show you. Someone's still asleep. Wake up. Did you see what Holly did? She did like, leave me alone. So, gonna leave them alone, and I'm gonna squeeze some oranges. But first I need to put this back in the bag, because I am very, very clumsy, and yeah, you need to handle these with care, guys. These cost a lot of money, and I'm telling you, sometimes I get so afraid. So let me show you the problem that we have here in the van. So this is the problem. I have so much food here that I have no space to put it. This week we have a plan to go somewhere really remote, and I always think, like, what if there is nothing there, you know? I can't stick 2 days without my vitamins now. So I am buying more, at least 2. And for example, this until tomorrow will be gone, and that will have that today. So in 2 days they're gone. But until you take them, it's a chaos in the van. These are so small. Look at the size of it. Is this for this? Are you going back to sleep? That side eye, oh my god. Oh!
So we're going to move on to another spot for today. There's just so many locations that are beautiful, remote. We have had a bit of a change of plans, because initially we told you that we're just going to go into Greece, and we want to visit some of the other countries as well, further north, like Albania, where we've been already, and there's lots more to see. And I think as summer approaches, it might be nice to get up into the mountains there for a bit more cooler weather. But because we're absolutely loving it here in Greece, it's beautiful, and we haven't really had any issues in regards to our motorhome, parking up or anything like that, we have decided to spend a bit more time in Greece. The way we see it is we want to try and get as far south as possible in Greece, because that is the most difficult to access from our end. Like if we're, let's say, in Central Europe, it's going to be the longest drive to go back to. And yeah, I don't know if it's more busier down there maybe, and we'll change our mind, but so far the plan is really just to explore this area which we're in now. Instead of taking the main road, we're going to head back to the coast later on this week, and in a few days time we should be at this place called Patras. And then underneath that there's the Penelope, which is like a different island. I don't know if it's going to be different there for us, but the plan is just to go there and head as far south as possible. Our history really in Greece is that we have been here before, and we had visited Santorini, we've been to Athens, and then we drove up to the mountains in Meteora. So it's been an absolute delight exploring the western side of the country this time. So we have found a park up by the beach further up through the mountains here, but we've stopped at this location to have something to eat, and even before that we're going to go for a little walk here. This place is called Vonita. There's the town and the castle, and right in front of me, close to our park up, is this long bridge leading on to this small island here. It's called Kukunitsa. The water is crystal clear, and this is the island we're heading on to.
There are a few yachts here as well. I think Greece is the perfect place if you own a yacht. It's very similar, I think, to Spain.
I think it's even better than Spain because you have a lot of these coves.
And there are so many sea urchins. Look at them!
It's packed.
You have to be very careful here. You can't swim for sure.
This is a very small island. The first part, there's this little chapel overlooking the town of Vonitsa, and then there's this forested area with an absolutely beautiful view of the boat. And I think Charlene's right, this must be the best country to come with your yacht or boat. Look at the water here. So many of these magical looking coves with beautiful swimming water. Look at all these mountains everywhere you look. This is why Greece is so beautiful.
That's where we were last week, or the week before, just opposite there.
We skipped lunch as we were so excited for our next park up, but getting there was not as easy as we originally thought. So the access to this beach is not the best. We've scratched the roof of the van for sure because these trees are so low. Charlene's just going to get the broom now and try and maybe move the trees out the way so that we don't do too much damage to the van. I know it's only on the roof, and it's most likely just some light scratches, but we're a bit too big to be going down this road, I think. Out you go.
Low. Low. Low, low.
So we have parked up here by the sea. I'll show you in a minute, but first, what a ride, right? That was pretty crazy coming in here. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. The trees were just so low. Lucky Charlene was going out with the broom to try and lift the trees up. But this is a pretty nice spot here. We're parked up all by ourselves. There was another van here, but they just left, and we're right beside the sea. It's so beautiful. And then over here there's like this long stretch of beach. There's some people swimming up here, and I think because this area is all full of urchins, so it's pretty much impossible to go in. We might better swim from there later on or tomorrow.
Okay.
Look at this salad, it looks delicious. We've got some tuna, tomatoes, feta cheese. And what's this?
Feta cheese.
More feta cheese.
So we're having a fresh salad from Greece. All the ingredients taste so delicious. So tasty, guys. Hey! Oh, look how cute. We're surrounded with nature right now. We're on the lookout because we saw a glimpse of what do you call it?
Turtle, I think.
A turtle. We saw it only one time, so now we're on the lookout. We can't even eat our salad properly because we're like like this.
And the thing is, like, it comes up and does about 2 or 3 breaths,
Yeah, and then
goes down again. And we read online that they do that like every 1 to 2 hours, but this one, I don't know, maybe it's older or something, it's coming up every 20-30 minutes. And now we just come really close. We've got an absolutely beautiful shot of him coming up. So we've only been in here an hour and we've got butterflies and a sea turtle. What else is there?
What's going on? Couldn't care less, huh?
Can you hear that sound of the waves? I think it must be the most calming thing ever. It's been amazing just spend some time here along the sea. Unfortunately, because of the wind, there was a lot of waves coming in, so it wasn't really good to swim. In fact, the people left. But as the days got on, it's just got calmer and calmer, and the waves are slowing down again. And at this point, the waves are just nice and peaceful. Even Holly, she's sitting here, just inside the van, and looking out the window, or out the door, should I say. And you can see the calmness in her eyes. She loves the sound of water. We're leaving her inside because another van has just come here. And they've got two big dogs. They're very calm, but the thing is with Holly, she's okay with small dogs, but when she sees a big dog, she just starts making a lot of noise, kind of to show, I guess she's scared of them and she wants to show that she's not. They're not doing anything, they're just sitting there, lovely retrievers. Now we've just put some potatoes in the oven. They take about an hour, and in a bit we'll cook up something to eat. With places like this, not really much else to do really. We'll have a swim and eat. And fly the drone maybe. Those are my hobbies. And when I went to cut my hair in Lefkada, the hairdresser started recommending some amazing spots in the mountains of the island. And yeah, I don't know what it is. Because we're here in this area, we're trying to make the most of the beach, because I know like in a few months time and over winter we were in the Alps and in the Dolomites, and there's so many hiking opportunities and mountains there, that while we're here we're kind of sticking to the coast. Then we might go to the mountains, but most of the time we're going to be along the coast in spots like this, beaches, and whatever we can find. I keep looking off in the distance because that sea turtle is just popping his head up every minute now. I don't know if there's more than one, but I just keep seeing him. He's just over there a minute ago. The turtle is just bouncing about here. And this beach over here is nearly disappearing. It was a full-on beach when we arrived. Now there's hardly anything left. There's two, I think. Yeah. So I think there are actually two of them, because I just saw it over here, then the next minute it came over here, and I think I saw two shadows just swimming by. They're so cute, and it's pretty amazing. I need to watch out, make sure I don't fall. Pretty amazing that we get to see these sea turtles, or sea turtles, we don't know yet, coming so close to the shore. They keep coming to the rocks, maybe to eat or something, and then they go out in this bay, and then they go out further out to the ocean. I'm sure they'll be back again in the next hour. What fish is this?
Sea bass.
It's got a good taste. Yeah, I just hate the, what do you call them, bones?
Wow, the sky just turned pink, guys. So beautiful. What a great sunset. I'm so in love with this place.
That was an absolutely lovely meal. I don't eat fish often because it's so difficult. You have to stay, you know, messing about with it. I love a bit of meat where I can just cut in it and eat it right away. But I always enjoy it because the taste of that sea bass was amazing. As you might be able to tell, it's getting dark here. We've got a sunset which is covered at the moment, but we can still see a bit of the pink sky. Absolutely stunning place here. On that note, that's enough for today's video. First of all, if you enjoyed watching, hit the like button, and secondly, leave a comment down below. Let us know whether you enjoyed the video or not, what you enjoy watching, whether you want us to go camping like we have been now, travel into different places, or maybe just a mix of both. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.